Good evening, guys. How you doing? Sorry it's a bit late tonight. I actually forgot, but I had something on my mind all day, and then I got involved doing stuff in the garden. I had to make a few phone calls, so it's a little bit late, but if you want to watch it, thank you. I was just thinking about the disciples. I was thinking about Thomas, Peter, and you know, I've preached on it a lot of times, the change from running away and abandoning Jesus to when they go into the upper room, they're told by Jesus not to do anything until he comes, until the Holy Spirit comes. And in between that time, they were kind of on a bit of a lockdown, and you know, we're all trying to work out this lockdown thing, but they were kind of on a bit of a lockdown because he said to them, don't do anything, wait for me and wait until the Holy Spirit comes. But while he was still with them, there was a change taking place. Although it was extremely difficult, sorry, somebody's walking by. Although it was extremely difficult, Thomas, Peter, and the rest of the disciples, but a growth took place in the despair. And very often, when we're in difficult situations, we need to remember that we're growing in our faith with God. We're growing as believers. We're growing as people. And although this is a difficult time, I just want you to think about it, maybe over the next few days, and maybe we'll keep on looking at it over the next few days, but I really want you to look at the whole aspect that this is not a wasted time. And you know, we need to persevere, and as we're persevering, I believe that a change takes place, and a change took place in the life of Thomas. He said, until I put my fingers in. But in that period, growth took place in his life. Peter grew in time of desperation. And I just think that when we look back at difficult times and situations, and I think when we look back at this time we're going through, that we will recognize that in each and every one of us a growth took place in our life. And you know, God is not restricted in lockdowns. God is not restricted in circumstances. So I want to encourage you to remember that even in these difficult circumstances, you're growing as a Christian. You will be challenged. I'm being challenged, but I'm growing all the time. And so I want to encourage you that you're growing, and as you submit and surrender to the Lord, as I submit and surrender to the Lord, I believe that even in difficult times, growth will take place. I was talking to a guy today, and I'll be doing a funeral in the next few days. Philomena, a lovely lady, used to come to the Brighton church. She died, and I was talking to him today because I'm going to be doing the funeral in the next couple of days. I had an opportunity to pray with her and before she died, and I was talking to him today and his wife, and they were saying that, you know, they used to go to church, and they weren't talking about me, they were talking about the church, and they said, as we brought Philomena to church every week, just to welcome and how people treated us and how people spoke to us, they said that we're really thinking differently about church now as we're going through this difficult time. So it's all those little seeds that I spoke about yesterday. If we don't plant those seeds, and God is bringing growth to people's lives, even though this time is very difficult. God bless you. Have a great evening, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow.